Can we do a sound check? I'm not hearing anything.
I can hear you, Cindy.
I can hear you.
Perfect, thank you.
How about me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can see you too.
You had me all paranoid there, so I thought I better chime in.
Okay, sorry, folks, we're live on YouTube, so we can just wait for the Secretary Treasury to get things ready. Thank you.
You make me host.
Thank you. Welcome everybody to the special meeting. The March 11th special meeting of Louisville School Division Board of Trustees. I'm Chris Sigurdsson, the chair. I call it to order. We'd like to begin with our land acknowledgement. Louisville School Division, LRSD, brings together a community of schools on the traditional land of the Anishinaabe Dakota. Our division is located on the national homeland of Red River Métis. We recognize that Manitoba is also the traditional land of the Anishinaabe and Dene. Respect the treaties made on this land and acknowledge the harms and mistakes of the past and present. We dedicate ourselves to authentic alliances with Indigenous communities in a spirit of reconciliation and cooperation. We recognize and honor Shoal Lake 40 First Nation, the source of Winnipeg's life-sustaining drinking water, as well as treaty territories that generate, provide the electricity that powers our daily activities throughout the province and beyond. We'd also like to welcome everyone participating in this hybrid meeting. Board meetings follow a formal structure. The work of the board is conducted in a public setting that gathers parents, students, staff, and other community members. As chair, it is my duty to preserve order and decorum at all times, while in-person and verified virtual attendees are reminded to observe procedural bylaws and to engage in a respectful and orderly manner. We'd like to remind everyone there's a 15-minute public question period at the end of the meeting. When verified virtual participants and verified in-person participants can bring forward questions for clarification regarding items on today's agenda. If questions are not related to tonight's agenda, please reach out to the division by email. Finally, please be aware that we audio record board meetings for accuracy, and that a link to the live stream of the meeting will be made available on the division's website. Unless approved, other photographs, personal recordings, audio, visual, or otherwise are not permitted. So we begin with the approval of the agenda for the special, our mission, vision and mission. Our vision is for all members of our community to excel as caring, confident, capable, and resilient lifelong learners, contribute to a democratic and sustainable world. Our mission is to provide a safe, inclusive, and engaging environment. Personal and collective learning are valued, and each of us reaches our full potential. Now we begin. I'd like to point out that Trustee Garrier sends her regrets this evening. First item is the approval of the agenda for the special board meeting of March 11th, 2025. We have a motion that the March 11th agenda for the special board meeting be approved. Mover and a seconder, please. See hands, Trustee Nemeth, Trustee Kolachuk. Trustee Walker. Trustee Nemeth and Trustee Walker, I think. Call the question. All those in favor?
Yes, here.
Turn to you.
I'm having trouble with my Easter. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yep. Record your vote.
Trustee Colchak?
Voting in favor. Voting in favor.
As am I.
Trustee Simeon?
Motion is carried. Move into finance and audit. We have the budget for the 2025-2026 school year. Superintendent Michalik and Secretary Treasurer Nikki will provide a report regarding the proposed board motion. Once they've finished speaking, I will read the motion.
Well, the budget, as we've observed in the information during the information evening in February, essentially is a response to continued growth in the school division, contractual obligations that are new to us this year and beyond, and growing needs amongst students, and an aging infrastructure that needs some attention. So I'll let our Secretary Treasurer provide the details of those investments.
So first of all, I'd like to thank everyone who came out and contributed at our hybrid meeting at the end of February 27th. We had some good discussion and good questions after. In response to those questions that we had from the public, we'll be getting the answers on that on specific questions tomorrow website, along with an infographic that details what the final total of our budget is, which is going to be $273,805,126, and how that's allocated out between our staffing and operating costs. And also in there, it'll highlight some of our investments that we are doing to support our new school, which is going to be servicing the communities of Sage Creek and Bonavista Vista, a French immersion school. And so those investments are $3.8. In addition to that, we are including $250,000 to support and enhance our cybersecurity defenses. As we know, we do our best to protect the division against cybersecurity, and so we want to further make investments in that. In addition, we are supporting completion of a air conditioning in our schools that currently don't have air conditioning. And so that's going to be a 6-year investment plan, with next year investing $600,000 into to some of our schools. So that work, once the budget is started, that work happening in July. We are also making investments of $105,000 in our industrial arts and human ecology programming, as well as $80,000 in our additional $1,000 into our accessibility to our buildings, and finally $100,000 to pilot a Learn to Swim program for next year. So those are some of the highlights as to the investments that we were making to enhance programming in our division, as well as to maintain our current low class sizes and supports for our students. So once again, I'd like to thank everyone in the community for providing their feedback during this budget process. And yeah, that's what I want to say. So like I said, the final budget is going to be a break-even budget of $273,805,126. That's broken up into $271,313,616 for the operating fund. That includes salaries and maintenance and operation costs, as well as a specific fund of $2 $2,491,500 to support capital improvements to our buildings. So that $631,000 that I mentioned for air conditioning makes up a portion of that $2.4 million. So I think that's what I wanted to say to the public today.
Thank you. And thank everyone for the work into this, crafting this budget. So the motion will be that the total expenditure estimates for the operating fund of $271,313,626 estimated for transfer to the capital fund of $2,491,500 be approved for the period of July 1st, 2025 to July 30th, 2026. That the Louis-Riel School Division Special Requirement Operations for the period from July the 1st, 2025, June 30th, 2026, be set at $154,672,928, and that the municipalities Springfield and Richaud and the City of Winnipeg be advised the respective special levies under Section 188 of the Manitoba Public Schools Act for the year 2025. That the total expenditure estimates of the operating fund of $271,313,626 estimated for transfer to the capital fund $2,491,500 be approved for the period of July 1st, 2025 to June 30th, 2026. The Louis-Riel School Division Special Requirement for Operations for the period of July 1st, 2025 to June 30th, 2026 be set at $154,672,928. Municipalities of Springfield and Richaud and the City of Winnipeg be advised of their respective special levies under Section 188 of the Manitoba Public Schools Act for the year 2025. So, all that having been said, mover and a seconder for this.
So moved. Turner?
Trustee Turner, a seconder.
I can second.
Nordheim? Do you have any questions or comments on the budget that we're put forward? Open the floor. Anyone raising their hand? We'll call the question.
I've got mine
Favor?
up. I've got mine up.
Yes, Trustee Nemeth, certainly. It's hard
Sorry,
to see
I
on the
didn't-
screen, sorry.
No, that's my fault. So a primary concern that I have regarding the budget's inclusion of a swimming program originates from a lack of a clear mandate from our community. And I also have significant reservations about the financial implications. In particular, the staffing needs and costs and other costs which are not fully transparent. I believe these resources, the financial resources and the staff time would be more effectively allocated directly to classroom supports. And while I'll ultimately vote in favor of the budget to ensure essential services continue, I strongly feel that allocating scarce dollars to a swimming program is not a prudent use of resources at this time.
Thank you for your comments. Trustee Kolachek has her hand up.
Thank you, Trustee Sigurdsson. I just wanted to note that I will be voting against the budget tonight. I believe that, you know, a lot of the parts of the budget are important and that we need to move forward and taking care of our students and staff, but I don't agree with taking on a pilot project and committing time and resources at a time when we don't have enough resources to support classrooms and to support teachers. And, you know, our classrooms and our teachers and our students are most important right now. So I'm going to be voting against the budget due to that.
Comments? Any other questions or comments regarding the motion?
I have a comment. I'm not sure if it goes here, but I think I have similar concerns. But I'm hoping that we can, in the very near future, bring a reflection piece, as we've done before, about the budget process to the board table so we can have conversations about how important this work is and making sure that we continue to improve community input and our ability to make decisions for the betterment of the division. So I'm hoping that at some point we can do that reflection as a whole.
Thank you. Are there questions or comments before I call the vote? Right, all those in favor?
We'll again have to vote verbally, yes.
Trustee Kolachek, it's no.
Semiarla?
Susan?
Yes.
There he is.
Sorry, is that a yes for the vote?
Yes, that's why yes for Sumanyala.
Thank you very much.
Motion passes with 1 no vote. Thank you very much for everyone's hard work on that. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Well, we are gathered together now. We do have some other business besides for our special meeting, besides the budget. Under number 4, we have some staffing and personnel updates. Our Superintendent Michulik will provide some context.
Yes, and I note that on the screen, we have these motions repeated twice. And so,
I was wondering that.
yeah, you just need to read them once, and I don't understand why that's appearing the way it is.
I apologize for that, but I'm trained to read stuff as a lawyer, and that's what I do.
And so to bring context to the motion, that has the senior leadership team recommending individuals to 2 principalships effective August 1st. We are recommending Anil Bahadur Singh, who is presently a school administrator in Seven Oaks, be appointed principal at Hastings School effective August 1st, 2025. And that Laura Kellogg, who is presently a school administrator at Darwin School, a vice principal at Darwin School, the principal at General Vanier School.
Thank you. So the motion is that the following be appointed principal effective August 1st, 2025. Anil Bahadur Singh, principal at Hastings School, and Laura Kellogg is principal at General Vanier School. Do we have any, well, I need the motion first. Anyone move this motion and second it? Trustee Nemeth moves it. Trustee Semignola, second. Any questions or comments on this? I'll call the motion. All those in favor?
Yes.
Trustee Kolachek is in favor.
Trustee Sumanyala is in favor.
Thank you. Congratulations to both of them. I'm sure they'll be fine employees for us. 4.2 is retirement. Again, Superintendent Michulik will provide information on an administrator who's retiring.
Yes. And so wanted to bring to the board's attention Amy Warner's intention to retire from the principalship at École Varennes. So we're to, of course, over the course of the coming weeks and months, celebrate Amy's many contributions. LRSD. And we will also have a vacancy for the principalship at École Varennes to fill.
Thank you for that information, Superintendent Michulik, and thank Amy for years of hard work for our division, all the wonderful things that she has contributed for us. So that concludes the business, except for the public question period. We do have some folks who are registered. See if anyone has a question for us. Have to lean on Jamie to see if we're any hands coming up.
Hands coming up.
Okay. We're good. Okay, well, thank you very much, everyone. Crafting a budget is probably the most important job that we face as a board, and we've done it again for another year. So thank everyone for all their hard work. Call this meeting adjourned.